Every step you take, every word you speak, every face you show online is being watched. Not by a stranger, not by your neighbor, but by eyes you cannot see, by intelligence you cannot imagine. The world you think you live in is no longer yours alone. It is being quietly observed, measured, and recorded. And the technology watching you, it is smarter than you. The cameras are everywhere. The drones hover silently above cities. Satellites orbit high above, scanning landscapes and streets. Your phone, your laptop, your smart devices, they are all gateways. Every conversation, every online search, every movement you make is logged. And yet, most people go about their lives oblivious. Tonight, we uncover a hidden arms race that most people never see. A battle fought not on battlefields, but in the shadows of our cities, our homes, even inside our minds. This is the story of surveillance, security, and AIA's story of power, control, and technology that has outpaced our imagination. Imagine walking down a street, cameras watch you. Your face is recognized instantly. Your gait, the way you move, is analyzed. Every expression is read, cataloged, and stored. An algorithm somewhere decides if you are calm, anxious, or suspicious. And long before you even know it, the system has already predicted your next move. Does it scare you? It should, because this is not science fiction. This is now. The age of invisible observers, the age of artificial intelligence, and the age of the hidden arms race has arrived. Surveillance is not a new concept. Governments have always monitored populations, armies have always spied, and rulers have always sought to know more than their subjects. But what has changed is the scale, the speed, and the invisibility. Early surveillance involved things like wiretaps, postal inspection, plainclothes officers, and neighborhood informants. These methods were limited, slow, and often detectable. People had a chance to escape them, but modern surveillance is a different beast entirely. Think about CCTV cameras. In cities like London and Beijing, there are estimated to be over 10 cameras for every single person recording continuously. Drones and satellites track movements from the sky, with some able to detect the color of your car or even your license plate from miles above. And then there's your smartphone. It records your location, your contacts, your photos, and your searches. It can even infer your offline behavior. Every click, every website you visit, every social media post you make is logged. This data is stored by companies and governments for analysis. Some experts estimate that over 2.5 quintillion bytes of data are created every single day. Imagine trying to process all of that. Humans can't, but AI can. The algorithms never sleep, never forget, and they see patterns that humans cannot. This isn't just theory. Look at real-world examples. China's social credit system monitors citizens' behavior, rewarding or punishing actions, which then affects their ability to get jobs, travel, and even their social status. Or consider the mass surveillance programs revealed by Edward Snowden, which exposed global data collection on a massive scale, capturing phone calls, emails, and online activity from people all over the world. And it's not just governments. Private corporations like Facebook, Google, and TikTok track billions of people, storing vast amounts of information to predict our behavior and influence our decisions. Surveillance today is no longer just about security. It's about control. It's about knowing everything sometimes before you even know it yourself. And as AI advances, this control grows deeper, faster, and more invisible. Artificial intelligence has completely transformed surveillance. It's turned passive observation into an active, predictive, and almost omniscient system. Let's look at what AI can do right now. First, facial recognition. AI systems can identify individuals in a crowd with over 99% accuracy. This tech is already being used in airports, stadiums, and city streets. And it's getting so good it can identify people even if their faces are partially obscured by masks. Second, gait recognition. AI can identify you just by the way you walk, even from a distance. The unique rhythm of your steps becomes a digital fingerprint, just as unique as your actual fingerprint. Third, emotion detection. Advanced AI can analyze micro-expressions on your face to predict your mood, your stress level, or even your intent. It can tell if you're anxious, angry, or happy, often more accurately than a human could. And fourth, behavioral prediction. This is where it gets truly unsettling. AI algorithms can analyze your data to predict what you might do next, where you might go, what you might buy, and even flag you for potential criminal behavior before you've done anything at all. There are shocking real-world examples of this in action. We've seen AI systems used by governments to predict protests before they happen, allowing them to preemptively arrest activists. We've seen companies use AI to analyze private chats and emails for targeted advertising or political influence. And we have surveillance drones equipped with AI that can autonomously track individuals in public spaces without any human oversight. The terrifying truth is, AI doesn't sleep, it doesn't forget. It sees patterns that humans simply cannot. And the people who control this technology hold a power over lives you may never even realize exist. Your personal choices, your freedom, your privacy, all of it, is under silent observation. Take the rise of predictive policing. Cities like Los Angeles and Chicago have experimented with algorithms that predict crime hotspots and identify individuals who are supposedly at a higher risk of committing crimes. This has led to people being targeted by law enforcement not based on their actions, but on a computer's prediction of their future intentions. This raises huge ethical and legal concerns, and AI doesn't just watch, it manipulates. The social media algorithms you interact with every day control what you see. They steer your opinions, your desires, and even your political beliefs. Your digital shadow the trail of data you leave online becomes a tool for control, influencing decisions that you think you are making freely. But the most frightening part, most of this happens in secret. The hidden arms race is already here, invisible to most eyes, affecting millions of people without their knowledge. And it is only getting faster, smarter, and more powerful every single day. So far, we've seen the eyes, the drones, the satellites, and the algorithms. We've seen how AI transforms simple surveillance into an unstoppable machine of prediction and control. But this is just the beginning. Behind closed doors, governments are racing to develop AI systems that are faster, more intelligent, and more invasive than anything the public currently knows. At the same time, corporations are collecting enormous amounts of personal data to feed their AI models, profiting from the information they gather about you. And hackers and other rogue actors are experimenting with these powerful AI tools for their own forms of espionage and manipulation. This hidden arms race is not about tanks, missiles, or bombs. It is about information, influence, and control. And in this race, every single one of us is a participant, whether we know it or not. We'll explore the secret global arms race between nations, corporations, and rogue actors. We'll look at the immense personal and societal cost of living under constant AI surveillance, and we'll uncover how people and organizations are resisting and fighting back. We'll ask what this all truly means for freedom, privacy, and the future of humanity. The question is, will you see it coming, or will it see you first? Last time, we uncovered the invisible eyes watching our every move. We saw how AI transforms surveillance from passive observation into a predictive, controlling force. But that was only the beginning. What you haven't seen yet is the full scope of the hidden arms race, a battle being waged in shadows across the world, far from the public eye. The struggle isn't just about technology, it's about power, dominance, and control. Governments, corporations, and shadowy actors are competing to dominate AI surveillance systems. The prize: influence over entire populations, control of information, and the ability to predict or even manipulate human behavior on an unprecedented scale. The question is no longer if you are being watched, it's how deeply you are being watched when what those watching can do with the knowledge they gain. The world is in the midst of a hidden arms race, fought not with conventional weapons, but with AI, surveillance, and data. Nations are investing billions in programs designed to outpace their rivals. The United States, China, Russia, and several European nations are building vast AI networks to track citizens and monitor global threats. Autonomous drones, facial recognition systems, and predictive policing algorithms are all part of secret military and intelligence programs operating just beyond our view. But it's not just governments. Tech giants like Google, Meta, and Amazon are developing AI capable of monitoring billions of people online and offline. These companies then sell their powerful tools and data analytics services to governments and private organizations, creating a terrifying feedback loop of surveillance and influence. And then there's the cyber warfare. AI can hack networks, predict cyber attacks, and automate espionage on a scale never seen before. Nation-states and rogue actors are using AI to steal data, manipulate elections, and control public opinion. What makes this arms race so invisible and so frightening is that most of the world doesn't see it. It's not reported in the headlines. It doesn't appear in your daily life until it touches you directly. This is no longer science fiction. It is the new reality where AI systems can predict and influence behavior before humans even act. China uses AI to track ethnic minorities and political dissidents. The US and European countries experiment with predictive policing systems that can lead to arrests before a crime is even committed. And private contractors are developing ever more sophisticated AI surveillance tools for governments all over the world. This hidden arms race isn't just a governmental matter. Corporations have turned surveillance into a profit-driven empire, a concept known as surveillance capitalism. Here's how it works. Every click you make, every search you type, every interaction on social media is collected. This massive trove of data is then fed into AI systems that analyze it to predict your behavior and preferences with stunning accuracy. The result? Algorithms serve you hyper-targeted ads, manipulate your news feeds to keep you engaged, and can even influence your political opinions by curating the information you see. The shocking reality is that these companies can predict incredibly intimate details about your life, sometimes better than you know yourself. AI can even manipulate your emotional state by showing you specific content designed to provoke anger, joy, fear, or desire. It learns what makes you tick, and then it uses that knowledge to keep you clicking. Surveillance capitalism creates a world where freedom is an illusion. Your choices, your desires, your very beliefs are all being shaped by silent algorithms running in the background. Think about it. The line between government surveillance and corporate surveillance is blurring into non-existence. Governments buy data from corporations. Corporations provide the tools for surveillance, and AI connects it all into one global network. Even your most mundane devices, your smart speaker, your wearable tech, your home security cameras are all feeding into this system. You invite them into your home for convenience, but they become another set of eyes and ears for this vast, interconnected network. And the most terrifying part, you rarely know when your personal data, collected for something as innocent as a targeted ad, becomes a weapon. A weapon used not just to sell you a product, but to shape your reality, control your behavior, or even mark you as a person of interest. AI surveillance and this hidden arms race are not abstract concepts. They have real, devastating consequences for real people. We're seeing wrongful arrests based on the flawed predictions of AI in so-called predictive policing programs. Innocent people are being flagged as potential criminals by an algorithm that doesn't understand context or nuance. We're seeing discrimination amplified by biased AI systems, which unfairly target certain communities based on historical data, reinforcing old prejudices with new technology. And then there's the psychological toll. The effects of living under constant surveillance are profound. Anxiety, stress, and a crushing sense of powerlessness. Imagine being punished for a thought you haven't even had yet. Imagine your every action, choice, and expression being monitored, analyzed, and judged by an unseen entity. Imagine an AI deciding the opportunities you can have, the freedoms you can enjoy, and the very path your life may take. The human cost is both deeply personal and societal. On a personal level, it erodes our sense of self, our ability to explore ideas freely without fear of judgment. On a societal level, trust disappears. Privacy, the very foundation of a free society, withers away. Societies become conditioned to behave only in ways that are visible, predictable, and controllable. We start to self-censor, to avoid saying or doing anything that might be misinterpreted by the algorithm. The vibrant, unpredictable, and sometimes messy nature of human existence is smoothed over, sanitized, and controlled. This isn't just about losing privacy, it's about losing a fundamental part of what it means to be human. Despite the incredible scale and sophistication of AI surveillance, resistance exists. Across the globe, activists, technologists, and everyday citizens are fighting back. This isn't a hopeless battle. There are methods of resistance. Encryption tools, VPNs, and privacy-focused browsers help shield our digital lives from prying eyes. Innovators are developing anti-surveillance technology and AI auditing, systems to hold these powerful algorithms accountable for their biases and errors. Brave whistleblowers continue to risk everything to expose illegal or unethical surveillance programs, shining a light on the shadows where this arms race thrives. And in some countries, policy and legal reforms are gaining traction, aiming to protect fundamental privacy rights and put limits on how data can be collected and used. The fight is ongoing, and it's a difficult one. But awareness is the first weapon. Knowledge is the shield. And every single step you take to protect your personal privacy is a step toward reclaiming our collective freedom from this invisible arms race. It's a fight for our digital souls, and it's a fight we can't afford to lose. We live in a world where AI watches, predicts, and influences, where governments, corporations, and hidden actors compete for control over knowledge, data, and power. A world where your privacy is not guaranteed, your choices are not fully your own, and your life can be analyzed and predicted by algorithms you may never see. This is the hidden arms race, silent, invisible, and relentless. It's happening right now in the background of our digital lives. But awareness is the key. Understanding the scale of this race, the methods being used, and the consequences for our freedom gives us a chance to resist, to adapt, and to reclaim control. It's not about becoming paranoid. It's about becoming informed. So, the next time you scroll through your feed, talk to your smart speaker, or simply step outside, remember, you are being observed. You are part of a system far bigger than yourself. And this race is only getting faster, smarter, and more dangerous. This video is for educational and informational purposes only. The views expressed are not intended as legal or professional advice. Always verify facts from credible sources. If you found this video insightful and eye-opening, please like this video, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you never miss our content that uncovers hidden truths. Share this video to alert others to the hidden arms race happening all around us. Remember, knowledge is your first weapon. Stay aware, stay alert, and stay free.